Imagine a world where someone can steal your ideas, copy your music, or plagiarize your book, and you can't do a thing about it if you didn't protect your intellectual property. Understanding intellectual property can make the difference between another heartbroken creator and the next unicorn. Intellectual property is not just a legal concept, it's the oxygen of innovation, the protection of creativity, and the fuel of economic growth. Besides protecting intellectual property, innovators and companies need to understand the IP landscape. This will help them ensure they do not violate the IP rights of other entities. IP lawsuits are often multi-billion-dollar settlements. Just ask Apple or Samsung. So let's explore intellectual property and its importance. First, there are four main types of intellectual property: patents, copyright, trademarks, and then geographical indicators. But let's start with patents. A patent is the legal right granted by a government to an inventor, giving them the exclusive right to make, use, sell, and distribute their invention. This exclusivity typically lasts for 20 years. And there are different types of patents. There are three different types, actually: utility, design, and, believe it or not, plant patents. While plant patents are important, let's focus on utility and design patents. A utility patent is a patent that covers the creation of a new or improved product, process, or machine. Here are some examples of utility patents that have changed the world. The telephone. Could you imagine your life without your phone? Or the light bulb. Could you imagine living in dark, reading by candlelight? Could you live without Google Maps, Waze, or Uber? Switching to medicine, penicillin changed the world as we know it. It is estimated that 20% of us would not be here today without the invention of penicillin. These are all examples of patents that created something new, but most patents are improvements to existing innovation. For example, the iPhone has over 2,500 patents covering things such as the multi-touch interface, the camera lens, biometric authentication, battery technology, and hundreds of other functional and technical aspects. Apple also licenses intellectual property from other companies, such as Qualcomm, for example. Tesla has thousands of patents covering the battery, the drive chain, autopilot, just to mention a few. Okay, let's talk about design patents. Design patents protect the ornamental design of a functional item. The concave curve on the outside of a Coke bottle, allowing it to have a better grip, is a design patent. The look and feel of a Rolex, the distinctive design of Crocs shoes, even the Volkswagen Beetle, all of those are design patents with distinct, recognizable ornamental designs. Okay, let's talk about copyrights. A copyright protects the work of a creator, usually something creative such as books, music, art, and films. Let's look at some examples. Harry Potter. Nobody besides the author, J.K. Rowling, can write books about, create about, or use any of the Harry Potter characters in any way. Any derivative works, such as video games, remain copyrighted and are forbidden without her permission until 70 years after the death of the author, J.K. Rowling. So, if you were to write a book, it is automatically copyrighted until 70 years after your death. So, my best-selling novel, my non-best-selling books are safe for a while. For musical works, a classic example is Happy Birthday to You. Yes, Happy Birthday to You is copyrighted, and prior to 2016, the copyright owner collected license fees for its use in films and television. Other works include Star Wars and Starry Nights, the painting by Vincent van Gogh, television shows like Friends, The Nutcracker. These are all copyrighted. Okay, let's talk about trademarks. A trademark is something that identifies the goods or services of a company. Here are some examples known worldwide. Nike swoosh is a trademark everyone knows. Now, a little bit of a sidebar for you. How much do you think the creator of the swoosh was paid? Millions? Billions? Think about it. Known all over the world. She was in fact paid $35. Yes, the designer of the swoosh, Carolyn Davidson, was paid $35 for her development of the swoosh when she was a college student working on a project sponsored by Nike at Portland State University. Carolyn did not understand her IP rights. Early innovators often don't understand their rights. Also developed by Nike is the Just Do It slogan. Nike is widely regarded as an exemplary marketing company with its powerful brand building efforts admired by visionaries like Steve Jobs. Coca-Cola. Coke didn't win the taste test contest over Pepsi, but they still have twice the market share of Pepsi. Why? In my opinion, because of a strong brand and their trademark. Another example, Mickey D's Golden Arches, known by almost everyone in the world. What about geographical indicators? A geographical indicator identifies products that have a specific geographic origin with characteristics that are fundamentally linked to that location. For example, Scotch whiskey. You guessed it, Scotland. Champagne. Champagne comes from Champagne, France, an area known for its unique climate, soil, and wine tasting traditions. Tequila. Almost all of the world's tequila comes from the state of Jalisco, and most of that comes from a small town aptly named, wait for it, Tequila. Okay, GIs, graphical indicators, they're not just about alcohol. There are also several artisan products, agricultural products, and foods that are graphical indicators. Venetian glass, for example, refers to the renowned glassware produced in Venice, Italy. Venice is famous for its high-quality, unique designs and artistic craftsmanship. Feta cheese comes from Greece. Parmesan cheese comes from Italy. There are over 10,000 recognized geographical indicators globally. Now, in conclusion, if you have a great innovative idea to solve a market problem or serve a market need, and you have validated your solution through the customer discovery process, which is covered in another video on this channel, next you need to answer the following questions. Is your idea already patented worldwide? What about your target market? Is it patented in the target market? If so, can you license that IP from the inventor? This can be an option. If your innovation is not patented in your target market, a good strategy could be to apply for a provisional patent. This can be a cost-effective approach that can protect your idea for 1 year while you further develop your innovation. After success in your target market, you should consider going through the World International Patent Office for worldwide IP protection. You can identify patents in your target market, and here are 5 common sources to search for those patents. Now, in my opinion, the easiest site to navigate is patents.google.com, but you need to try them for yourself and pick what is right for you given your innovation and target market. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.